Hi guys, my name is Pauline Study. Welcome to my channel. So today I want to talk about rape. That thing that has been all over social media. It's happening so rampantly, especially among the youth. You see so many guys are coming up and they're saying they've been raped, which is actually true. Though some actually are not being honest, but this is something that's happening among the youth, especially university ladies, university women, even out there, big women are being raped. But this is so rampant among us, the youth, the university students. It's really so much, and I feel like I need to talk about it. I haven't talked about it on any social media. I've not gone to Twitter to talk about it, but that has been our platform where it has been talked about. So now today I want to talk about it. I want to show you what happens and what causes this rape, especially among the university kids. And also in this video, I'm going to give some advice on how we can actually help ourselves. First of all, we should understand that most of this rape is coming because these people, most of them are raped while they're intoxicated. The people who rape them are intoxicated. They themselves are intoxicated, so there is no one having control over themselves. So this happens. These girls go out, have fun, take so much weed, take so much alcohol, hanging around the wrong company, and you just don't understand what's going on, and that's not really good, because at the end of the day you have no control over yourself, you cannot take care of yourself, and even the person around you is not of good influence and is also intoxicated. At the end of the day, they start making weird moves, seductive new moves, sexual moves towards you, and remember, you don't have so much control over yourself, so you end up getting raped while you're intoxicated because you couldn't say no, because we all know that rape is unconsensual sex. Yeah, so I feel the reason why there's so many university kids being raped is because many of these people take too much to drink and too much to maybe smoke. I'm not saying smoking is good, I'm not saying taking alcohol is good, but the more you take it in an uncontrolled manner, the more prone you are to being raped, especially when you're hanging around male figures who are also intoxicated, and also when the people around you are the kinds of people who have been trying to pursue you over time and again, and you've not really told them, no, I don't want to have anything to do with you, or I don't want to be with you, but you just keep on not really minding them. So at the end of the day, they pretend to be taking care of you, and the next thing is they raped you, and the next thing, when you find out, you're so heartbroken. That's not a nice thing. Not at all. So we need to fight this. And also, why so many university kids are being raped is because they don't speak out about the GBV. So many are being abused because of their gender. A man comes and looks at you in a seductive manner, touches your boobs, touches your butt, and you don't really care. The more you don't care, or the more you do not really tell him, can you please mind your business, can you please stay in your lane, or you actually go and report, they are going to say, oh, this person is actually okay with this thing, and at the end of the day, they're actually gonna end up raping you. Because the more you don't talk about this, you'll also find yourself in a very compromising situation with these kinds of people, and the next thing you know is you're getting raped. And because you also didn't speak up, and you also didn't show this guy, you didn't tell him, you know what, stop what you're doing, you're actually harassing me, you're not respecting my body. So I think that's very vital. The other thing is, why there are so many rape cases is because people do not want to speak up. I know it's really traumatizing to get raped or to be touched in a bad way, but you need to speak up. If you can't tell people around you, tell your parents. Your parents are people who actually love you. Parents are people who actually want to see you prosper. Parents will do anything for you. Trust me, they can kill for you. So if they can't do that, those are not your parents. But anyway, I'm not saying they're not your parents, but that's what happens. So I think if we actually talk about this thing, okay, when someone is raped, let's learn to talk about it also in the right place. I don't think social media is gonna change this. No, I think if we report to very authoritative powers, it will be very, very vital, because now the thing that's been going on Twitter on making a list of rapists, some of those lists are not even authentic. And the other thing, how many policemen are on social media apart from the president of Uganda on Twitter? They're not so many, and people might not take it serious, the fact that it's on internet, on social media. They'll just say maybe these guys just want to have some show. Yes, that those who want to gain popularity, but then that those who are actually very genuine. Okay, so I think we need to learn to speak up and in the right places to the right people. So if these people who are talking on social media went and reported to the police maybe, or actually sued, they would have better justice than just talking on Twitter. Because at the end of the day, there is nothing very fruitful and satisfactory that is coming out. Because, for example, this celebrity that raped someone who had come for an appointment meeting with him, and he's like, oh, I'm going to first take a shower, and the next thing is they raped the girl. And when they put up the story on Twitter, his media house where he works, they're like, they're gonna fire him. First of all, not even sure the person is being fired. Second of all, even if he was fired, how is it going to bring justice to the person who was raped? I think these guys need to be put behind bars. That's all what we want. Generally, all of us want these people to be put behind bars. At least they have the test of their medicine. It may not be equal to the rape, but the circumstances in the jail are really nice compared to when you lose a job and you can actually start your own business and make money while someone is living on with a trauma. So I think it's very nice if you speak up in very right places, okay? Because this really matters. Even in university, there is no one who wouldn't want to help you, especially if you report to the authorities, the head of faculty department, or maybe the vice chancellor, something like that. So it would really be nice if we actually talked about it. And the other thing, the why rape is so much is because their perpetrators are not being punished. These people who commit rape are not being punished enough because they're not being reported. The moment we report these people and they are punished, trust me, anyone trying to do this will actually think twice before they do it. These people don't do it because they don't know. They do it because they know. They don't do it because they don't know. They do it because they know. And when they hear no one's been reported because they raped, and even if they were reported, nothing ever happened, they'll also be like, anyway, that's not going to happen to me because it didn't happen to the other person. You understand? So I think we need to make sure we report these people to authoritative people like the police, especially those who show off are not going to harass you too, okay? So let's say maybe you can go to the commander or something like that. So I think it would be a better idea if we actually reported to authoritative people who would actually help us. Because at the end of the day, if these perpetrators are not punished, it's not going to help. Not at all. Rape is going to keep on increasing. And if we start right now, we could actually help the people who are coming after us, because they're not going to have to face the same consequences we face. I'm not saying rape is going to go that away immediately. At least we're going to have to reduce it, okay? And also, I need to talk about this. I'm not really saying that all girls are innocent in these scenarios. Not at all. Not all of them are innocent. Some of them are just doing this to actually gain popularity, okay? They're not really genuinely raped. I know some people who are actually not genuinely raped, but because there is a list of people who have actually raped others, they also come up with their own stories. And who's not gonna believe them? Since now it's the time for the stories. And they also get their own popularity. And you see, this is helping these people get their popularity. And because there is a list going on, it's helping them a lot to get their popularity. So I think we need to strike this out, okay? And these people also, the boys need to be very careful. There are girls who will actually do things and make you have sex with them without even saying yes or no. And after that, they'll be like, you raped them. Really? Is that nice? It's not. So I think we also, as boys, they also need to be careful with the people you hang out with, because even if you're used to having sex with this person and this day don't really want to, they're actually going to make sure you have sex with them, and someday they'll come up and say, you know what, this guy raped me. It is so heartbreaking knowing that you had sex with someone made you have sex with them, and at the end of the day they're going to start saying, because they did not say yes, you raped them. That's not nice. The other thing I need to talk about is we need to learn to say yes or no, because it's very important. You cannot keep on implying all the time that you've said yes and the guy keeps on having sex with you because you're always putting it in an implied manner that you actually want to have sex with him. Okay, so next thing is gonna come every time, have sex with you, not even ask, can I please have sex with you? No, he just starts seducing you, and the next thing is sleeping with him without even saying yes. Basically, you've been raped because you did not explicitly say yes to having sex. Okay, even if you didn't fight back, I think, in my opinion, that would be sex. But you can't easily explain that kind of rape to someone when you didn't actually say no. So it's very important for us to get up and say, you know what, I don't want to have sex with you, okay? I don't want to sleep with you, okay? That's very vital. It'll help up this thing, okay? And then also, in these relationships with established people are very important. If you are in a relationship where your boyfriend is or husband is not gonna ask you to have sex because they feel they are entitled to your body, that's a very dangerous relationship. Actually, flee from that relationship. It's not gonna help you, it's just gonna drain you. It's going to bring for you mental disorders, it's going to spoil your mental health, because at the end of the day you're going to be traumatized because you've had sex several times with this guy without your consent, and at the end of the day you also feel raped. So we need to avoid this, because they will at one point force you to have sex with them, okay? And that is going to affect you so much, because it's not a nice thing to have unconsensual sex with someone. So if you're in this kind of relationship with someone, I think you need to stop. So guys, you need to flee from these relationships. They're not helping in any way. If the guy is not respecting you, he's gonna force you to have sex with him, and that's not gonna help you in any way, not at all. So you need to flee from these relationships. So in this video, what I wanted you to know is we can actually curb these rape cases. But first of all, we need to learn to speak up. We need to put it in words that we don't want to have sex with this guy. Say, no, I don't want to have sex with you. If they're getting a compromising situation, shout, scream, beat him up, all that kind of stuff. You need to carry the madness there. Yeah, it's very important at this rate. Also, we need to learn to speak up to authoritative people and to our parents, who are going to help us so much in this, because the more we keep quiet, the more they're going to rape us, and the more we're going to die in there, and it's not going to help us. Remember, you're being raped by someone who's not even wearing a condom, so HIV, STDs, everything is in there. So we need to speak up. And the other thing is, we need to avoid these compromising situations. We need to avoid hanging out around people who do not respect us, people who've been trying to pursue us on and on and on, and they're now reaching a point of forcing us. We need to stop hanging out with such people, because it's going to help us. And it's really vital that we also try to avoid hanging out in places where we know we're going to get intoxicated with very risky people. I mean, guys whose intentions you do not understand, sexual intentions you do not understand. So we need to avoid this, and it's very important that we think about all this. That's my advice. That's what I personally think. Yeah, so guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, put a thumbs up, and please subscribe and share.